class. This morning we are going to learn about multiplication by grouping and repeated addition. I'm going to pass out some circles, which we are going to pretend like they are donuts so that you can get the idea on how to group. So make sure you have plenty of space. I'm going to show you how we're going to group these. We have a problem up on the board. Kylie purchased 4 boxes of donuts. Each box of donuts contains 6 donuts. How many donuts did Kylie purchase altogether? So we're going to try to group our circles to figure out how many donuts Kylie has. So you can group them however you want. The goal is to get 4 boxes with 6 donuts in each box. So you can take these donuts like this and put them in a group. So I have 6 in one group. So this would be 1 box of donuts. Then I'm going to take 6 more donuts, separate them, and put them in a separate pile because this is a separate box of donuts. And we're going to do this until we have 4 boxes of 6 donuts. And you can group them however you would like. This is my example. So if you look at this, you can see that, and if you need to separate your groups, you can use string. So I have, in this group, I've got 6. So you can count, and each group has 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 box. In the next box, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you see in the third box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our last box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now our goal is to figure out how many donuts Kylie purchased altogether. So get out your circles. Make sure you have plenty of space, and you can group them however you would like. And I need you to tell me how many donuts are in each box. Okay, so Linda, how many donuts do you have in each of your box?
In each box there's 6.
Okay, so how many do you have all together? How many donuts do we have?
I have
total?
6 in each box, and I have 4 boxes, and I have 24 donuts.
Very good. And you grouped them by putting them in a line, and so that looks very good. So is there another way that you can group them? Is there another way that you can show me that you can group your donuts? That looks very good.
These look like dice.
Very good. So now, do you get the same result grouping them a different way?
Yes.
Very good.
24.
Okay. As long as you're showing 4 groups of 6, you've done it correctly. So good job, everybody. Now we're going to move on to the next stage. Now we are going to, if you want to pick up your donuts and set them aside, I'm going to pass out a piece of paper, and you are going to draw on this piece of paper the donuts that we just laid out. You're going to draw a model of the number of donuts in each box. I'm going to give an example on the board of what I want you to do. So let's do an example problem. Let's say I have 3 boxes, so I'm going to draw 3 boxes. Each box I have is going to have 4 donuts in each. So I'm going to draw 4 donuts in each of my boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we are trying to find the total number of donuts. So, can you tell me how many donuts are in all together?
12.
Good job. Okay, so on your piece of paper, I want you to draw 4 boxes. Now walk around to see if you need help. Very good, Linda. Okay, so how many donuts do you think need to be drawn in each of your boxes? We have 4 boxes of donuts. Each box contains 6 donuts. So how many circles do you need?
6 circles inside each box.
Perfect. The circles don't have to be perfect. As long as you can see the numbers, that's the important part. And once you're done, you need to count and make sure that you got the same number that we got in the beginning when we had our circles out on the table. That looks very good. Now, how many did you get total?
24.
Perfect. Okay, so can you think of another example that you can draw of donuts? How many you can draw? You can think of numbers and then you can show me how many you have in each box.
2 boxes of 8.
Okay, show me what that looks like. How many donuts did you have total with your example?
2 boxes of 8 is 16 donuts.
Very good. Okay, now you can, if you finish with 4 other students, you may decorate your donuts and make them look like donuts. Okay, once you're done with that, let me know. We're going to move on to the next part.
Decorated my donut.
Perfect. Okay, so for this next part, I want you to tell me again how many circles are in each group.
On my first one?
Yes, for the original problem that we did.
Circles, 6.
So for each group, we're going to draw a box. So how many boxes do you have?
4.
Okay, so we need 4 boxes. Okay, wait, let me make these a little bit smaller so you can see it better. Okay, so each of these boxes has 6 donuts. We're going to put an equal sign in between at the end of these boxes to show the total number of donuts. So we have, at the beginning, we have 4 blank boxes. So each box needs to have something in it. So how many donuts are in the first box?
6.
Okay, so we are going to write 6 right here. We're going to put plus signs in between each box so that you can see how many total donuts we have at the end. So how many donuts are in the next box?
6.
Okay, so what's in the third box?
6.
And what's in the last box?
6.
Okay, so what does this equal?
24.
Very good. So with this right here is the same as 6 times 4 equals 24. So you can see that repeated addition is the same thing as multiplication. And so, how did you show the number of donuts?
Inside the box I wrote it.
Okay.
I wrote the number 6 inside.
And you drew the circles.
Yes.
So, okay, and so when you drew it, how did you draw it? How did you group them and show that they were different?
I grouped them into boxes of 4.
Okay. And how many did you put in each box?
6 donuts in each box.
Okay. And which numbers and operations did you use to show the problem? When we did this, which numbers did you have to plug into the boxes to show the answer?
I used 6s in the top equation with pluses between them and an equal sign for what it was going to equal. And I used 24 as the total, the sum. And in the second equation you have written on the board, I used a 6, and then I used a times sign because I was multiplying times the number of boxes. I did 6 donuts times the 4, that was the number of boxes, and then equals, and then my total of how much it equaled.
Very good. So with all of this, we were able to, our ultimate goal was to get to 24. So by placing 6 donuts in each box, we were able to see that we got 24. In the end, we were able to see that multiplying 6 times 4 is equal to 24 as well. And if this problem can also be demonstrated by plugging different numbers in. You can use other things other than donuts. You can use squares. You can use cupcakes. Anything that you think of, you can use to plug this in to see that adding a number multiple times equals the same as multiplication.
But it was really good.
Okay, let's do a couple more examples together so you can get the idea of repeated addition and multiplication. So, Linda, give me 2 numbers to, and I'll show you how we can fill the boxes in.
7 and 3.
Okay, so you can do this 2 ways. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have to put the plus sign in between. And then the equal sign. So what are we going to fill in the boxes?
That's only 6.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so what am I going to put into these boxes?
Since you have 7 boxes, we're going to put the number 3.
Okay, so we're going to write 3 in each box. Okay, so what does 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equal?
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. 21.
Very good. So this right here is the same as this. 7 times 3 equals 21. Let's do one more example. What if I had, let's do it this way. We are going to do 2 times 2 equals 4. So how many boxes do I need?
4? No, I'm 2.
So we're going to do, okay, so what's going to go in each box?
2.
Okay, so we have 2 plus 2 equals 4, which is the same as 2 times 2 equals 4. And if any of you have any questions, I'll be walking around to help you.
Do we have to do our worksheet now?
Yes, it's due tomorrow.